Well, hey there, welcome back into Law Call. We're going to start our conversation with a guest this evening. We're talking about COVID and the law, and I know you wanted to bring the sergeant on to talk through some scams. So we know there's always scams out there, but obviously some are strictly directed towards COVID, and they're affecting folks and probably reaching out and hitting the emotional nerve with people right now who are kind of concerned or scared. So introduce our guest that's joining us this evening.
Yeah, this is just a great opportunity for scammers. And Sergeant Anthony Callaway, welcome back to the show. It's good to see you again or hear from you. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you all?
We're doing good. We're doing good. What's on your mind tonight?
Just wanted to reach out to everybody to let them know about a few scams that have been taking place and some things that we've seen in our office during this pandemic time.
Well, talk to us about some of the things that are really hot right now, because these folks have really gotten high tech on us. And, I think there might be some people that think, hey, I'm too smart for them. Mm-hmm. But then turns out that they get scammed. So talk to our folks just a minute about what you're seeing out there.
That is true. You do have individuals that just every day they sit around and wait to scam. And one of the things that I've seen that has come into the office due to the pandemic, with people being unemployed right now and trying to file unemployment, is stimulus, fake checks. If you are receiving a stimulus check, just be aware that the IRS is mostly depositing the check into your bank account. So they're not sending out pretty much any paper checks. But if you just happen to receive a check, like I was explaining to one of our citizens the other day, just make sure to look for the amount. If it's under that amount or over the amount of the $1,200, it's probably fraudulent. And if anything is attached to it, to where they're telling you to call a number or verify the check number or anything like that online, that should raise a red flag with you, because that's probably a fraudulent check.
Yes, it's my understanding that the government, I know every time we talk about even like tax stuff with the government, most of our experts that come on say that the government the IRS never contacts you directly. Is that correct, over the phone?
That is true. The IRS will never contact you over the phone, email, or Facebook page asking you about any of your personal information, because that's some things that they already have due to you filing your tax return.
Okay.
Sergeant, I've probably gotten 4 letters from the U.S. government regarding the census. And my understanding is, and even I went online to fill it out. I did it, by the way.
Yeah, good.
I went online to fill it out, but I was like, do I really need to enter in my personal information into this website? So I cross-checked it and checked it again, and I think I got some legitimate, I think it was legitimate. But have you heard of anything regarding the census and any scams associated with that?
No, we haven't received anything dealing with the census as of yet. But what you did, kid, that was very smart. If you are filling that stuff out online, you can always cross-check it and also call and speak with somebody that's with that department, and they will tell you all the specific information that they need to keep you from putting your information out there, somebody else getting it and using it.
All right. What else you seeing out there, Sergeant?
We've also seen out there a lot of ads that are being placed on Facebook, and we, tell people please be leery of those. And we understand that a lot of people are out of work right now, and these ads are coming in with get-rich-quick schemes. We had one case that came into the office to where there was an ad that was posted on Facebook. It read that you can make $5,000 in a week. And they asked the individual to send in $150, which they required them to go to a local retailer and get a green dot card, which that individual did, and sent that in. And then they called her in a couple more days and asked them to go back and send in $500 more to put on a green dot card. And once you get that green dot card and send them that code, that's it. And she hadn't heard from them again, and she's calling the number, and the number is just not ringing to any specific location, and it's disconnected. So just be real leery of these get-rich-quick schemes on Facebook.
Yeah, it seems like all of those that you have to pay something to get something, a red flag needs to go up.
That is true.
Yeah, I guess if it sounds too good to be true, it probably
yes,
is.
That's right.
Right.
And if you're putting your personal information, if you're giving somebody personal information, and I know a lot of times if you're shopping online, I'm sure a lot of people are shopping online while they've been at home, and they're putting in their credit card number. I mean, every time I put my credit card number into anything, it scares me to death. We do it and hope that it's legitimate. But I mean, I guess your advice would be the same as anybody: practice common sense, and if you're giving personal information out to somebody, cross-check it as best you can. Do you have any tips? Do you have any other ideas about that? Because I think we're all susceptible to it.
And we are. And most of the time when you shop online, you shop on a pretty much secure site. And that's one of the things to look for. And we also tell people, because I do a lot of shopping online myself, with the retail stores being closed. We always try to tell people, make sure it's a secure site, and there's a number on there that you can always call to speak with someone, and just stay off of some of these sites that are not secure, because once you put that malware out there and they get that information, it's all down here from there.
And you say malware. What is that for the average person that's not real keen on computers?
Well, malware is just when you put your personal information on a computer, it's something that just stays out there. It's never erased. And if you go to an unsecure site, people can log on there and just pull malware, especially these computer savvy individuals, and pull your malware off of your computer that you went onto a site that was unsecure, and get all your information and do all kind of fraudulent charges with it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time tonight and your input on trying to keep us all safe. We appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant.